Hello, welcome back to Jacky Winter Jubilee, the 3-player tournament held a couple months ago now, back in December. This is another one of our qualifying games. Like the process was you all had like a bunch of random opponents, and depending on how you scored, you'd go better or worse. It was I don't understand how to score stuff. It's complicated. But all I know is we had to play some 3-player games. Not my preferred format. I am not as good at this as I am at 1v1, partially because I don't play it enough, but I do enjoy the mode. It's fun. It's very fun to play casually, and I often feel that even though I'm not good at it, I know there are people who are very good at this game mode. People who like Kitty Boo Swag and stuff like in the Determinator. People, Huey, like people who just like know what to be looking for in these 3-player games and can extract advantages where I'm probably not seeing them, so take them with a grain of salt. Hopefully this will still be entertaining. We'll see how we go. This is the second game I have recorded. Apparently I had another game that was not recorded, but oh well. Content's content, so we'll just deal with it. I will be speeding things up. I acknowledge the speed is a little bit cut off, so apologies. These 3-player games can take an hour, and no one wants to sit here and listen to me ramble while my opponents think more than in a 1v1 game, which already takes a while. So, opening hand here, we're going second, which is so much better than going third. Third is awful. Unfortunately, though, we have absolutely nothing. I do see one potential combo in Silvereye Pesquet's Parrot. In a game like this, that could be kind of crazy. Maybe we get our hands on Kelp Girl and can do like Pesquet's Parrot, Silvereye into the forest. Yeah, here we go. And just go absolutely nuts and just challenge, like just flood a ton of Nectar into the game and just see what happens. In this way, you know, we're going to be getting 2 Nectar a turn while all our opponents get 1. So we'll still have a Nectar advantage. We can guarantee that we're going to get Pesquet to proc. And you know, maybe we can use that to try and win all of the Nectars, try and recover from what is honestly a pretty terrible hand, and see how we go. Thinking long and hard about this one, I think that's totally justified. Like, this is a wild plan. Like, this can so easily backfire. If our opponents actually have good stuff to play, feeding people Nectar is like a recipe for disaster, right? If it allows them to get their game set up, like, you know, get their critical wetland components in for like some crazy mass tucking engine with, you know, Mute Swan or Rosie Starling or something like that, then, you know, we're basically signing our own death warrant by going this strategy. But if they don't have that, maybe there is a chance. So I think this is probably going to be the keep. There's really nothing else to go here. I guess you do need to consider taking the Cockatiel as your potential wetlands option. I think with the tray as is, I don't think player 1 who's in Draco, I don't think they're likely to take both of the wetlands options available. We'll take Population Monitor, much easier to score off than Behaviorist. Pretty reliable 3-point bonus card versus Behaviorist, which can score really well. A really good Behaviorist game can get like 9, 12. I've had 15 once. But Popmon is pretty reliable 3 points, and maybe you can get to 4, so we'll see. So yeah, this is a game against Draco and Dreamweaver, both really, really good players. And Draco has won tournaments before, very, very strong player. We played them in the World Cup. They made top 16. You don't get the top 16 if you're not good at this game, so I don't know how good he is at the 3-player, but you know, we got some heavy hitters involved here, so nothing to scoff at. No, not going to take anything for granted in this game. Definitely going to give it our best, but we're going with a little bit of an unconventional start with this crazy Silvereye Pesquet's Parrot combo. Alright, let's see what Draco does first up. He plays Australian Owlet Nightjar, not actually a scary bird at all. I mean, pink powers are better in 3-player because you're more likely to proc them and more opportunities. But still, it's a Nightjar. You're getting like a worm or something. We're gonna flood so much Nectar into this game that Nightjar is gonna be pointless unless they find House Crow, Sri Lankan Blue Magpie, Common Swift, any one of these food to point birds. But you know, that's 5, 6 out of however many birds. They're taking food, which is a little annoying, but we do actually hit to the Nectar, so that's fantastic. And our opponent took Nectar, so we get a free Nectar from Pesquet's Parrot. We don't always have to be spending the Nectar with the Silvereye. I think if, you know, we can get a natural Nectar without having to flood Nectar into the game, I think that's to our advantage. But Silvereye guarantees it, right? And it's still advantageous, like I said. 2 Nectar to 1 Nectar, that is still an advantage. I should be speeding things up. And Dream Reaver is also a really strong opponent. I didn't mention that, but they're also very, very strong. So, they haven't won a tournament. So, maybe less intimidating than in Draco, but still. You don't take anyone for granted on the tournament Discord. Everyone is playing at such a high level. Anyone can win. So let's see how we're doing here. We got Gannet. Northern Gannet is a little bit interesting. So we are going to take this Kelp Girl, spending the Nectar spending the Nectar to pick up an extra random card. I might have preferred taking Sea Eagle there as a reliable kind of point scorer in the forest, but we do really want that Grasslands option. But I think Kelp Girl is really nice here. There's going to be a lot of excess food in this game simply by the nature of our strategy. And the Kelp Gull can be used to dump resources into the wetlands. I think that's one thing that people don't often consider with this bird, is that late in the game, you can take a draw action that floods Nectar into the wetlands habitat, and you can kind of steal it. With our strategy, which is going to be incredibly Nectar heavy, I think like that's actually not a terrible... Well, that's actually possible. So I think Kelp Gull, better than average here. But it looks like our opponents don't really have anything good here either, so I think we get to be wild. I think we get to have a little more fun. I suspect we're gonna do eggs. Yeah, eggs, throw the Drongo, lay eggs on the Pesquet's Parrot, and then play Silvereye. I think that's super clear. Play Silvereye, take food, play Kelp Gull, and then take cards. That seems to be the most logical thing here. One interesting thing in 3-player compared to regular 1v1 is that end of round goals are very finicky. So you really don't want to go for an end of round unless you're guaranteed to get it. And by that I mean you don't want to deviate your game plan unless you feel like you've got a legitimate chance at winning the end of round objective. We're not. There's no way. Like, there's not even worthwhile qualifying. Like, qualifying does nothing for us. We get 0 points for qualifying. So yeah, we've got Pesquet's Parrot. If we tie first, fantastic. If we don't, who cares? We're certainly not targeting this one. I think, you know, maybe we could look at food costs of birds played, or maybe rodents or fish, but it's all aspirational at this point. We know someone took the white-bellied sea eagle as well, so and there's a Gannet and Ibis already on the board, so I know, maybe we're not even going to gun for any of these end of rounds, so we'll just play our game and try and be as efficient as possible. So we're going to give out the Nectar, use that to combo with Pesquet's Parrot, so everyone gets a Nectar, but we get the extra one because that procs Pesquet. And yeah, we can play this Kelp Gull and then just do a big draw turn. I think I really like the Kelp Gull. I think it's a really balanced bird. I don't think it's good. Like, let me be clear. I don't think it's good, but I like it. I think it's very balanced. I think it's very fair. I think it's a good point ratio. I think when you've got excess, when you can set up a forest that generates extra food like we have, it can be nice. You can get some real efficiency out of your draw action. Like, we can cut 2 wetland activations because we've got so much food, and if we can use it to also flood Nectar, that's also pretty good. We pick up Audwin's Gull. Oh, now we actually have a big decision, and we're just gonna slam Kelp Gull. I mean, I kind of understand it. Audwin also ties first. I think Kelp Gull's the right play here. I think we're not likely to play a strong wetlands game. And Kelp Gull is just going to allow us to see more cards faster. Like, yes, Audwin's going to let us see 2 cards in Tuck 1, and that's very, very strong. But if you think about the raw point value, like, we have to use Audwin's Gull 5 times to match the Kelp Gull. And the Kelp Gull is going to let us see 4 cards immediately, and then we can just get on with playing them. I think in this situation, like, the Kelp Gull is the right play. And normally, maybe Audwin would be more appealing to me, but I think in this game, Kelp Gull certainly looks more logical. Should net out to better points and better card access. If we didn't have such a strong forest, I think Audwin is a no-brainer. But our forest is giving us so much food, the kelp gull becomes quite a very useful component, actually. What have we got? Nothing super interesting going on elsewhere. So we'll use... Oh, we're going to play Auto-win as well. Okay. That is spicy. I'm not sure why we did that. I mean, it does tie the end of round. Maybe that was the play. But I don't like it. Alright, we're going first. They play Static Dragapan, which is really good. We're going to get a mega activation here. Yeah, I don't like Auto-win and Kelp Gull. I think there's some tension there. I think the Auto-win's Gull... Like, Kelp Gull wants to minimize your wetlands activations, while Auto-win's Gull, you want to use it as much as possible. So I'm not really sold that Auto-win was the right play there. I think we should have just drawn cards. But oh well. Maybe I didn't want to draw cards because I wanted to wait for the tray flip or something. I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced. Maybe we could have played eggs to stall if we felt that way. In any case, we've done it. We do have amazing card access now to our wetlands, and this Raven is looking pretty spicy. That looks pretty nice. Pretty useful bird for Grassland Popmon because we can throw it in there for a platform nest, and you know, all the other bonus cards that we really want to play in our grasslands. They don't have a platform nest type, so that's nice. Obviously, Eastern Imperial Eagle and stuff does, but yeah, we can get rid of this Eurasian Tree Swallow. Or whatever, honestly. None of this stuff is getting played. We'll get our Nectar, and we'll keep flooding the game with Nectar in hopes that you know, our opponents don't have anything good. Equally, this Raven could get played in Forest to build that out a little bit further, or into the wetlands so we get access to the flip the tray spot, but I don't know. I think we're really missing one or two birds here to kind of pull together a game plan, but we have a decent platform. Like, we got really strong food, really strong cards. We are just really hurting on eggs at the moment, so would love to find something like a Grackle or a Bush Tit that we could play into our forest to make our forest like a super mega activation, or you know, whatever we can do. Like Dragapan would have been incredible for us. Laughing Thrush, not going to get to use that, so we're going to draw. Yeah, as expected. We need better cards. Plains Wanderer, Desert Weed, yeah, okay. A little bit of grasslands going on. I think Brambling is still good. It's still sufficiently early that we can make usage out of that, keep cycling cards in our hand and improve the hand quality. I think Brambling is a really nice play. I like that. Then what do we ditch here? I think, I mean, we've got to throw 4 food, I think? 3 food. Keep 2 in hand. So we can play the... I'm envisioning taking eggs and then playing Brambling, so I want to keep the food for that. So I think it makes sense to do that. Like, keep... Oh, we're going to throw everything. That also makes sense. We're just really saying we're never taking wetlands actions again this game. Busted is good. Wedgetail Eagle is... Okay, I mean, we can build a game plan around this now, I think. I think we are looking to... just get birds into the game. Slow it down a little bit. I think obviously the Brambling is a huge priority for us. That's probably like Brambling is our key to doing well here. And yeah, Raven can be good. I think we want to do Brambling, Wedgetail Eagle. Problem is we just do not have any egg access, and that's going to be a big bother for us. What we could do is we could take food and then play something into the grasslands. Like food, grasslands, eggs, and then play Brambling. That might be good enough. We also have this Busted, which can give us a free egg. That's probably the play, actually. Probably do food, Busted, Brambling, and then something. I don't know. Eggs. There we go. That seems to be like the best way we can use stuff, and we can get Wedgetail into the game very easily after that. It's like food, 1 food activation that we can play it, and then it's a big point bird, so we're pretty happy playing it, and we've got enough supporting cast and like this Australian Raven. That seems good. I like that plan. That seems good. Yeah, I think that is, to me, the right way of approaching this game. Like a Frogmouth. Oh, that is interesting. I guess we're going to throw cards here. That's why I don't like activating it. It's got such a low percentage chance of activating the Sri Lanka Frogmouth. And it gives your opponents the opportunity to throw a card for a benefit, and we have plenty of cards that are terrible. Like, take your pick. There's many terrible cards. Yeah, we're taking... Oh, we're not going to give out Nectar, because our opponent's already got Nectar. Okay, so just being a little bit tactical there. I think maybe there's an argument... And I haven't done the food calculation, but there might be an argument to have given out the Nectar so we can support all our plays, but looking at our food right now, we can safely play everything, so we can get this little busted in, and then probably want to play Brambling with Nectar. I think we want to contend for the Nectar and Forest, although I don't recall what our other players' Nectar counts are at the moment. I think... I mean, I've only spent 3 Nectar, so it's 3 and 0. I think if we do Busted without Nectar and then do Brambling with Nectar, I think that sets us up pretty nicely, because we will play more Grasslands birds, and we can always throw Nectar for eggs and things like that. So I think contending on Forest makes a lot of sense for us. We should definitely try. So yeah, I expect us to do Busted into Brambling, and that'll also mean that we're going to end with the most amount of no eggs that we possibly could. There, okay, our opponent's building out an interesting little Grasslands thing. I don't know if I like that. There's not really any point scoring going on. It looks kind of... Oh, we gotta go Carrion Crow. Okay, okay, I like it. I don't like not spending Nectar on it, though. I think spending Nectar on Carrion Crow is a bit of a mistake. I think we could have spent that Nectar on the Brambling instead. The principle is going to be the same. We can just lay eggs and then do Brambling. One drawback is that we will have 1 extra bird without an egg, but in 3-player we really can't pay too much attention to that. We just gotta do our own thing, and if we qualify or if we win, that's nice, or if we can go out of our way slightly to win, then that's good, but otherwise we need to ignore it and just do our own thing. Yeah, so what does this mean? Oh, more free cards. Love it. Never mind. Desert Finch doesn't live in the wetlands. We don't get to keep it. Yeah, I think pretty straightforward here. We have to lay eggs. I guess actually Carrion Crow might be smart of me. If we are thinking about the next end of round, all of our opponents want to be playing as many predator... are likely to be wanting to play predator pick birds, because they hit, you know, they're rodents and fish. And it looks like Andreko's already got 3 predators on board. The frogmouth... oh no, the egret's not a predator. It's just the frogmouth and the gannet both being predators. So the Carrion Crow is already worth 9 points by getting it down now. So I respect it. I respect it. We have the time to do this. I didn't spot that earlier, so well played past me. I think actually this makes more sense now that I look at it. I still don't like spending Nectar, but otherwise we'll let it slide. Yeah, so I think pretty straightforward for us. We are just gonna get right in there and play Brambling and use that to filter our hand. I think Brambling is very, very, very strong bird. One of the, like, definitely A tier bird. Good enough that I'd probably pick it out of the tray first round in most circumstances. Its ability to just cycle crap cards is just so good. Now throw Desert Wheat here. Yeah, probably not the game for you. We'll keep on getting the free food. I think that doesn't hurt us at all. We can always turn that into cards or anything else later on. And Brambling into the game. And we will wait to see what happens. So it looks like we will probably place second, tied or not, in this one. I don't think Dreamweaver is going to lay eggs, so they might be a little bit off tempo come the next round, but I think they'll also play with a Tragapan, so maybe they just don't care. That might make sense, actually. Maybe they just don't care, just do something, and as long as you don't lay eggs so you can preserve your win, makes a lot of sense. Unless Andreko's got like some double play up his sleeve, and then they can steal the end of round. This is why you just don't worry about end of rounds in 3 players. Like, it's just, especially if you're going first, like, it's so easy for someone to just snipe it, unless you're like way out ahead. And if you've gone for it and made some suboptimal decisions so that you can, oh, we've got free cards. That must be Peafowl. Interesting. So what do we see from this Brambling? We spotted Dove and Azure Tit. Not good. And we'll get our 2 caches from Andreko. So Good old friend carrying crew doing his job. Alright, that's another thing about 3-player. I'm just gonna not speed up a little bit here. Yeah, they did play Indian P-Foul. Oh, Trumpet and Finch P-Foul, so they did do the double play to steal it, or tie it. What I'll just point out is that when players fight over end of rounds, it also splits the points that ends of rounds are worth. So if you go for it and you don't get it, or someone ties you, it's just that much worse. Like, it means you've gone out of your way to do something and the reward is halved for it. That's why engine games are typically really, really strong in 3-player, because it's not often you'll have 2 engines fighting against each other. So it's usually the other 2 players are fighting for ends of rounds, and they'll kind of split the points between them as a result. So that is just one of the nuances of 3-player, you know, like when one player doing things that the other players aren't doing is usually a good idea, is what I'm trying to say. They spent 6 Nectar in Forest. Okay, maybe we can't contend on Nectar in Forest now. Okay. Still like our chances in the wetlands though. I think, again, with the power of the Kelp Gull, is that you can dump a load of Nectar into the wetlands if you so need to be. So I think we're probably going to come first, second in Nectar, and that's a pretty good result for us. We're pretty happy with that. Oh, we got the pity card, so someone thinks that we're not a threat. I mean, Spoopable Sandpiper is pretty marginal. Like, it could be worth it for us in some situations. We'll keep flooding the game with Nectar. Like, we have just such amazing food access. I think we've got to get... Like, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? We want to get Wedgetail. We want to get Little Busted into the game. Plains Wanderer, we want to get into the game. We want to get this Raven into the game. There's 10 turns left. 4 birds. We can probably have 5, but no, we can probably only play 4, given the constraints of eggs, because we just do not have any egg access whatsoever. So maybe we try build out our grasslands instead of our forest here. Maybe we slam Wedgie into the grasslands so that we get the extra egg. Like, we produce so much food. Like, we can just take our food action, get all our food, and maybe put together something pretty quick. Who knows? Busted coming in. Yeah, that's also completely fine. Actually, Busted is better even, because now we can do Busted. Site selection's terrible. We can get Busted and then do Wedgetail. Yeah, I like that. That makes a lot of sense. I think it's just so hard for us. Like, if we do go into the forest and we hit that repeatedly, we're not scoring points and we're giving everybody Nectar, which seems really bad. So I think pivoting into this grasslands now does make it the most sense, because it's going to allow us to reliably score points. We have some pretty terrible stuff in hand, minus like Raven is good, Wedgetail Eagle is good, Plains Wanderer is good, Spoonbill Sandpiper is pretty marginal. But it should be enough for us to just sit there, lay eggs a bunch, get Wedgetail Eagle to proc a bunch, and maybe we can do some damage. We've got some nice passive point gainers in the Brambling and whatnot. We'll keep throwing cards. I mean, if we do intend on playing Australian Raven, like, every card we throw here is being turned into a worm, which could eventually become a point. If not, it's tempo. These boards aren't that intimidating. I think we just play Wedgetail. What are we doing? Oh, we're taking food. Okay, that's fine. You can do food, Wedgie, eggs, something. I guess it's a good opportunity to take food. Seems okay. Yeah, this must be what I'm thinking. Or maybe we do Wedgetail into Raven and then Plains Wanderer. That makes more sense. Don't give out the free... Oh, I see. We're taking the opportunistic time to grab Nectar. That makes a lot of sense. That's the thing with Pesquet's Parrot. Like, if you can get the free Nectar, we might as well. We have plenty of food, so that's never going to be a problem. But now we can do Wedgie, eggs, and then probably Australian Raven, with a view to do Plains Wanderer in that last round. And I think that seems pretty nice. And if we keep getting the opportunity to throw cards for food, we can very easily turn that into points at the end of the game. So I think that looks like our strongest options from this point. And the good thing about it is that we are going to be improving our standing in this end of round, but we're not going out of our way to do it, right? This is like a very natural game for us. Like, we want to be playing these birds because they're good. So the fact that we have an outside chance to win it is pretty nice. If we do win it, then maybe Auto and Skull gets a little bit more credit. Yep, Wedgie goes straight into the game. Makes a ton of sense. Oh, we are actually ahead. So Auto and Skull, maybe that was a smart play. I don't know. I still don't defend that play. I don't think that was particularly good, but it did what it needed to do. So now we take eggs, and yeah, we hit eggs and then play Raven. That seems to be the right decision. Like, there's just really nothing else. Like, anything else is too... There's no other way to score points. Like, there's just none. Like, the only option is the Spoonbill Sandpiper, which is not good. It's not a good bird because there's so much extra resources flying around this game. Very easy for my opponents to just throw stuff. Oh, Booby is being played. Dang, like Booby is such a good bird. So, and it's great for this end of round as well. So, very frustrating. We'll allow eggs, and Wedgie doesn't hit. Unfortunate. I mean, this is going to be a little bit of a digression, but I was in a bird park in Melbourne, Australia, like last year in April. And I got myself a wedge-tail eagle shirt, and I swear to God, ever since I bought that shirt, the wedge-tail eagle has been far more reliable in terms of hitting than anything else has been. So, kudos to the good karma from buying the wedge-tail eagle shirt to support the wedge-tail eagles in the bird sanctuary. But yeah, it looks like we're just going to play Raven here and tie the end of round, which is nice. I mean, we'll take the point. Like, again, we don't have a better strategy at the time, so we might as well just do what's natural, which is indeed playing this Raven. And then, yeah, we can even just do Raven Planeswander and just lay eggs for the rest of the game, quite frankly. A Kiwi and Booby, okay, that's kind of illegal. I mean, yeah, two of the best birds in the game. Okay, so we know that they're going to score very well on bonuses, so that's a bit rude. But, oh well. Score's not looking too good for us either, on 56, yikes, okay. So as expected, we are going to play this Raven. Raven is coming to the game. We'll get our caches on Carrion Crow. We pull Main Duck and Storm Petrel. I mean, Main Duck and Marsh Harrier can certainly go. We're not probably going to play Wilson Storm Petrel, but it does have a Star Nest, and one way of thinking about Site Selection Expert is that it gives all of your Star Nest birds 1 more point. So that is a 7-point Storm Petrel that helps for this end of round quite a lot. I don't know if it's still worth playing though. I think Planeswander and eggs is probably the right play from here. Very uninteresting gameplay, but I think correct. And then if we get the opportunity to do... Oh, we are going to do something else. Are we? Okay, we are going to play something else. Okay. Okay. This is fine. I don't hate it. Yeah, get rid of Sandpiper. They can go. We don't want that bird around. Yes, Wilson Storm Petrel is like right on the cusp of being sufficiently interesting to play. Simply because this end of round is food of it's like food cost of birds played. And we played quite a lot. Like, we are currently in the lead on that. If we can add 5 more, that ain't bad. We can do I think we do Planeswanderer first, and then Storm Petrel. So Planeswanderer, egg, Storm Petrel. I think that's the right way to go about things. The question is, do we spend any Nectar in the grasslands? That's a tough one. Like, Andreco is 1 behind, and he's tied in the wetlands, so we have to be a little bit tactical around how we spend our Nectar here. I think, naively, like, he's at column 4 for both, and it's pretty difficult to get more birds in, especially when you're trying to do this end of round. So I think maybe spending 1 in the grasslands and 2 in the wetlands, and say, okay, I've got 7 and 8 Nectar, good luck. Can you match me? They've got 1 Nectar, and they probably don't want to take any more food. So maybe 2 in the grasslands and 1 in the wetlands is the way. They're just laying eggs. They have to lay eggs because you gotta do Plains Wanderer. No, you gotta do Plains Wanderer. What do I? No, dude, no, you gotta do Plains Wanderer. Why are we doing this? I mean, I understand not catching the fish, 100%, but why are we playing this? The reason, yeah, thank you. Play Plains Wanderer. There we go. All right, so okay, we'll do it the other way. 1 grassland, 2 wetlands. Yeah, no, that's right. Oh, in ESP, let's go. Okay, that's nice. We'll take an endangered species protector. 100% any day of the week. Oh, we do have to worry about. Someone's got the vulture. Okay, so where's that vulture going? Does that hit me? I think it does, but it's only 3 points. Is it worth the gamble? I think it probably is. I mean, at what point are you taking things to deny that player? Like, who do we think is winning this game? I think Enrico is the biggest threat in this game because he's got all these bonus birds. And we know Dreamweaver has the eagle, there's the vulture, but we also don't think that they're winning this game. So how do I win this game? I try and maximize my own points. So I think Endangered Species Protector for us is probably correct. Oh, I forgot 2. So we're giving them 6 points. But I also don't think this board is particularly good. Do I? I don't know. 3-player is so hard. How do people play this? How are people good at this game mode? It's so complicated. There's too much stuff happening. But, yeah. I don't know. Alright, anyway, we should be fast-forwarding through this stuff. Because it's just thinking time, and it's just me trying to calculate whether or not Endangered Species Protector was the right keep there or not. I mean, it must be, surely. I don't know, someone's gonna watch this and be like, actually. And that's totally fine, like, I'm so bad at 3-player, it's kind of sad, actually. But I'm pretty happy with this. I think now we play, I think even you take eggs twice, and then play Wilson Storm Petrel, because the moment we play Wilson Storm Petrel, people know exactly what we have and where our nectar is being spent. For all they know, this could be a Baltimore Oriole. But there was a super minor thing there where I was considering whether we should how we should spend the nectar on the Storm Petrel. And by keeping 2 fish in hand, on the off chance, and the extreme off chance that we pulled Pellet Dissector and nothing else that was any good, yo, a Wedgie procced, let's go Wedgie, then the 2 fish would at least qualify that off the Raven. But I also am now realizing we have Carrion Crow, which would have maxed that out instantly, so... Oh well. Normally a good play in this particular situation. Totally irrelevant. Love that. And Draco's tied us, but that's fine. Oh, they played Great Hornbill. That's really, really strong. What are they likely to do now? They're probably just going to lay eggs twice, honestly. I don't see anything better for them to do, to be frank. Over here, I don't know what they're doing either, but I'm not that worried about it. I mean, this is such a weird game. Like, no one's really had like, the killer hand. Like, we've all kind of had, like, bits and pieces, and who's been able to assemble their bits and pieces the best has kind of been, like, the story of this game. I am really hoping we get another Frogmouth proc so I can turn this Cockatiel into a point, but other than that, I think we're just gonna lay eggs and then play Wilson Storm Petrel, and we'll see if that's enough. We'll see if that's good enough. If nothing else, we had fun. PSS Parrot, Silvereye, always a fun combo. And Wedgie doesn't proc, so 1 from 3 is... it's not that wild. It's pretty normal for it to underperform, so... We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take the 1 proc. It did enough. This Auto Skull, though, that was a bit of a head scratcher. I understand wanting it there, but I don't know. I just don't agree with it. Didn't really find it's anything useful this game anyway. This has really been a struggle, like an absolute struggle. I think, like, look at these boards. Like, does anyone have anything bigger than an 8? Oh, okay. Free fruit. We'll take free food. That's really nice for us. We'll play this Wilson Storm Petrel. At this point, it doesn't matter how we spend the nectar, so we'll just do it any old way we like. And it does mean we're going to win 2 out of 3 Nectars, which is better than what I expected. So that's kind of nice. So we'll take the win. And it looks like Endreco... Endreco's done. And it looks like we've got one more turn coming out of this, out of Dreamweaver. And it looks like, okay, we are going to win this end of round. So taking food for Wilson Storm Petrel, probably worth it at the end of the day. Pretty marginal call, and it could have gone either way, but in this particular game it paid out. I don't know if in general it would. We will pick up our teal points, so that's always nice. Sister Cola is funny. We'll keep Sister Cola because it's funny. And then we'll pick up our caches on the Carrion Crow, which did alright. Like 9 points is not a bad day at the office. And we're going to pick up a few more points in the end game. Indian Vulture. They've got a lot of bonus cards now. I'm somewhat regretting my decision about keeping Endangered Species Protector. Assuming they are copying me, which I think they are. And we'll cache all of our things on the Raven, and we'll see what the final scores are. Alright, in terms of birds, we get... I don't know where we're going to land. We didn't do too badly. 47's okay. Bonus cards, we are dead last. Dreamweaver is massively out ahead. Okay, so they had all the good bonus cards. I'm so surprised Endreco didn't. Endreco's got all of the eggs, so they made a lot of eggs. Tut cards. Oh, okay. And... okay, we win by 1 point. I didn't see that coming. I genuinely thought Endreco had this game. With all of the Kiwi booby nonsense. The Dreamweaver's board was actually pretty good. Oh, they had Winter Feeder. Okay, so that's why they gave out the fruit. Which actually... Oh, that gave us an extra point, but it didn't matter. But they had, like, Mech Engineer. And they were able to copy... Yeah, they copied my Endangered Species Protector. That is... 9. That's annoying. I probably should have picked a different bonus card, but... I don't know. Let's see Endreco's board. Terranologist. Oh, they maxed out. Okay. Dive Specialist and Wetlands Ranger. Wow, what garbage did Booby and Kiwi pull in this game for them to settle on those bonus cards? That is tragedy. But however, we did come away with the win. And yeah, that is really funny though. What a terrible game. Everyone in that game was struggling. I mean, I don't know. Where were all the good cards? No, people had good cards. They just didn't deliver. But we had a fun combo there with Pesquet, Silvereye. A very, 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 very dangerous combination, but somehow we made it work. And we made it work just enough to win. But yeah, not our best game, but a 3-player, we're going to have fun. Lots of chaos, so... Alright, so that's the second, well, I guess third game in the Jacky Winter Jubilee for us. I did say third game. The first game was not recorded, so don't freak out. There is only 2 games so far. But yeah, more to come.